When the missing child alert went out across Downtown Plaza, food truck owner Maria Santos immediately provided police with a complete timeline of everyone who had been in the area that morning, including detailed descriptions of suspicious individuals and their exact movements, all recalled with precision that amazed investigators who had never seen witness testimony so comprehensive and accurate. The police taking Maria's statement had no idea they were interviewing a former CIA operative who had been trained to observe, memorize, and recall human intelligence data with perfect accuracy in high-stakes situations. Maria Santos, 34 years old, had been operating Maria's Kitchen food truck in Downtown Plaza for 2 years and 7 months, maintaining the same methodical attention to detail and information processing that had characterized her 12-year career as a CIA memory specialist conducting intelligence operations in some of the most sensitive national security environments. Every morning at 6 a.m., she arrived at her food truck wearing standard kitchen attire, carrying cooking equipment and customer service protocols that she managed with intelligence-level thoroughness developed during years of classified information handling. The lunch crowd and regular customers knew Maria as the food truck owner who seemed to remember everything about everyone, who somehow managed every aspect of street food service while maintaining perfect recall of customer preferences, dietary restrictions, and personal details that impressed office workers with its accuracy and personal attention. She had built the most successful food truck operation in the downtown district and earned recognition from both the city and local business association for exceptional customer service and community engagement. What people didn't notice was Maria's automatic information gathering as she worked throughout the day, the way she positioned herself with clear observation of plaza activities and pedestrian patterns, the way she organized her customer interactions with intelligence-level precision that went beyond typical food service requirements. Her approach to customer service was comprehensive and systematically sophisticated in ways that suggested training beyond normal culinary or business education. Maria had chosen food truck operations specifically because it allowed her to use observation and memory skills to serve her community in peaceful, commercial contexts. After 12 years of CIA intelligence work that had required her to memorize classified information in conditions where written records could compromise national security operations. Her CIA career had begun in 2009 when she was recruited immediately after completing her psychology degree with specialization in cognitive science, initially planning to pursue academic research in memory and learning. But when she scored exceptionally high on pattern recognition and information retention evaluations, CIA recruiters had suggested she consider intelligence training, one of the agency's most demanding specialties that combined advanced memory techniques with operational security and human intelligence gathering. CIA memory specialist training was among the most classified programs the intelligence community offered. Nearly 3 years of intensive instruction that included everything from advanced memorization techniques to behavioral observation, operational security, and information management procedures designed for handling sensitive intelligence without leaving written traces. Maria had been one of only 6 candidates to complete her training cycle successfully, and one of even fewer to serve operational assignments in high-priority intelligence regions. Maria's assignments had included intelligence operations in Eastern Europe, Southeast Asia, and classified locations, where she had memorized contact information, operational details, and classified intelligence during meetings, dead drops, and surveillance operations that required perfect information retention without documentation. She had earned recognition for intelligence excellence and operational security that had contributed to more than 75 successful intelligence gathering operations. Over multiple operational tours, Maria had participated in intelligence operations that included everything from routine contact meetings to complex multi-source intelligence gathering, processing information in conditions that ranged from relative safety to high-risk operational environments. But the psychological pressure of years spent memorizing classified information, always knowing that memory failures could compromise national security, had eventually become overwhelming. When Maria completed her intelligence service, she had been offered positions with government contractors, private security firms, and consulting companies that would have used her memory expertise in intelligence-related roles. But after years of high-stress intelligence work, Maria had chosen food truck operation because it allowed her to use observation and memory skills to serve customers rather than gather classified information for national security purposes. Downtown Plaza served approximately 1,500 office workers daily during lunch hours, including business professionals, government employees, and local residents who used the plaza's food vendors, seating areas, and pedestrian walkways for dining and socializing. Maria's food truck responsibilities included all aspects of street food service, with particular attention to customer satisfaction and community engagement through personalized service. During her 2 years at Downtown Plaza, Maria had developed comprehensive knowledge of customer patterns, plaza activities, and community dynamics that impressed both city officials and local business owners with its accuracy and practical utility for community service. "Maria," said Plaza Business Association President Robert Chin during one of their regular vendor meetings, "your customer service and community awareness are exceptional. You seem to know everyone and remember everything about their preferences and needs." Mr. Chin, "Customer satisfaction is important to me. When people choose my food truck for lunch, they should feel valued and remembered as individuals rather than just another transaction." What Robert didn't realize was that Maria's approach to customer service was based on intelligence principles she had learned for CIA operations: systematic information gathering, continuous environmental monitoring, and memory techniques that had been developed for much more sensitive and complex intelligence situations. The morning when Maria's background was revealed began with a community emergency that tested every aspect of her CIA memory training. A 7-year-old girl named Emma Rodriguez had disappeared from Downtown Plaza during the busy lunch hour, creating a missing child situation that would challenge the investigative capabilities of local law enforcement. Emma's disappearance occurred at 12:15 p.m. during peak plaza activity, with hundreds of people moving through the area but most focused on their own activities rather than monitoring children or suspicious behavior. The child had been playing near the fountain while her mother ordered lunch from a nearby vendor, creating a law enforcement emergency that required immediate professional response. Maria was serving lunch customers when she heard the mother's panicked screams. Her CIA training immediately activated. She assessed the emergency situation, began processing her stored observations of plaza activities, and started retrieving detailed information that she had hoped never to use for law enforcement purposes. Maria's response to Emma's disappearance was systematic and professional, based on techniques she had learned for intelligence gathering and information management during sensitive CIA operations. She approached the responding officers with optimal information delivery, organized her observations with intelligence-level precision, and provided details that would prove essential in the search effort. "Officers, I observed the entire morning timeline," Maria said calmly to the responding police team. At 11:47 a.m., a white male, approximately 35 years old, 5 feet 10 inches, brown hair, navy blue jacket, was photographing children near the playground area. License plate on his silver Honda Accord, Michigan Element 4789. He left the plaza at 12:03 p.m., heading north on 5th Street. Maria's witness testimony was flawless. She had correctly identified suspicious behavior, provided detailed physical descriptions, and delivered information with precision that amazed investigators who had never encountered witness recall so comprehensive and accurate. "Ma'am, how did you observe all of these details while operating your food truck?" asked Detective Sarah Johnson as she recorded Maria's statement. "Your recall of times, descriptions, and activities is extraordinarily detailed." Detective Johnson, "I pay attention to plaza activities and customer safety. When you serve food to families with children, you develop awareness of potential problems." But the law enforcement team working with Maria recognized that her information processing demonstrated capabilities beyond typical witness observation. "Maria," said FBI Special Agent David Martinez, who had been called in for the missing child case, "your recall and observational detail are exceptional. You provided systematic intelligence with professional precision that suggests specialized training. What's your background in information gathering?" Maria hesitated, the way she always did when people asked about her memory capabilities. "Some experience with attention to detail and customer service. I take community safety seriously." But Detective Johnson, who had extensive experience with intelligence professionals, recognized that Maria's performance suggested specialized training. "Maria, what you provided was intelligence-level information processing. Your observational methodology and recall precision indicate advanced training in information gathering. Are you former law enforcement or intelligence?" The conversation that followed revealed Maria's CIA experience and her reasons for choosing food truck operation over careers that would more obviously use her intelligence expertise. "Agent Martinez, I spent 12 years as a CIA memory specialist conducting intelligence operations and information processing. I retired and chose food truck operation because I wanted to use observation skills to serve my community rather than gather classified information." Agent Martinez understood immediately why Maria's witness testimony had been so professional and comprehensive. Operative Santos, CIA memory specialist training is among the most advanced information processing education available. Your expertise is essential for finding this child. The missing child case that Maria had assisted with became the catalyst for conversations about how her CIA training could benefit community safety and law enforcement throughout the region. Maria's detailed information led police directly to the suspicious individual, who was arrested attempting to leave the city with Emma Rodriguez. The child was recovered safely within 4 hours of her disappearance, largely due to the comprehensive intelligence that Maria had provided to investigators. "Maria," said Police Chief Robert Kim during a meeting the following week, "your response to the missing child emergency was extraordinary, and I've learned about your CIA background. Would you consider working with our department as a consultant for witness interview techniques and information processing?" Maria was initially reluctant to take on responsibilities that reminded her of intelligence operations, but the law enforcement consulting position offered a compromise between using her expertise and maintaining the peaceful food truck work that had been essential for her transition from CIA service. "Chief Kim, I chose food truck operations specifically to step away from intelligence work." "Maria, this wouldn't be classified intelligence. We need someone to train officers in advanced observation techniques and help improve witness interview procedures for community safety." Maria accepted the position as police consultant for information processing while continuing her food truck operations at Downtown Plaza. The combination allowed her to use her CIA memory expertise to improve community safety throughout the region while maintaining the direct customer service that provided meaning and satisfaction. Maria's information processing protocols for local law enforcement emphasized practical observation techniques that enhanced community safety without creating surveillance concerns or restricting public access to plaza activities. Her training sessions taught police officers, security personnel, and community leaders how to improve observational awareness while maintaining environments that supported community gathering and social interaction. "The goal," Maria explained to police officers during one of her training sessions, "is creating community environments that are both safe and welcoming. Good observation techniques should enhance community safety rather than create fear or suspicion." Maria's work with law enforcement information processing led to her developing protocols that were adopted by police departments throughout the state, improving community safety and criminal investigation capabilities for thousands of residents who used public spaces for recreation and social activities. 6 months after the Emma Rodriguez rescue, Maria received recognition from both the International Association of Chiefs of Police and the CIA Alumni Association for developing civilian applications of intelligence gathering techniques for community safety and law enforcement. But the recognition that meant the most to Maria came from customers and community members who felt safer and more connected to their neighborhood because of the observation protocols she had implemented. "Maria," said Emma's mother, Carmen Rodriguez, when she brought Emma back to the plaza a month after the rescue, "Emma wanted to come back and thank you again. She's been telling everyone about the food truck hero who helped bring her home." "Mrs. Rodriguez, I'm just glad Emma is safe and that your family can continue enjoying the plaza. Community safety is about helping families feel secure while maintaining the welcoming atmosphere that makes neighborhoods strong." Maria realized that Carmen's gratitude reflected exactly the kind of meaningful work she had hoped to find after leaving CIA service, using her intelligence expertise to protect families while enabling them to enjoy community activities safely. A year after the missing child case that revealed her background, Maria had become the region's leading expert in community observation and safety awareness, regularly invited to speak at law enforcement conferences and community safety events about applying intelligence training to civilian community protection. Her presentation at the National Community Policing Conference focused on the principle that had guided her approach to community safety. Intelligence training provides systematic approaches to observation and information processing that can dramatically improve community safety when adapted appropriately for civilian law enforcement. 2 years after helping find Emma Rodriguez, Maria continued operating her food truck at Downtown Plaza while also serving as police information processing consultant for the entire metropolitan area and trainer for law enforcement agencies throughout the region. Her story was featured in CIA publications as an example of how intelligence skills could be applied to community safety, inspiring other former operatives to consider careers that used their expertise to benefit civilian communities and public safety. Today, Maria Santos continues operating Maria's Kitchen, while also consulting with police departments throughout the region. She still arrives every morning at 6 a.m., still manages customer service with systematic attention to detail, and still treats community safety as a serious professional responsibility. But she also develops observation protocols that protect children and families, trains law enforcement in advanced information processing techniques, and coordinates with community leaders to ensure that public spaces provide safe environments for neighborhood activities. The plaza where Maria helped find Emma Rodriguez displays a small sign that reads, "Community Safety Through Awareness." Maria requested that the recognition honor collective vigilance rather than individual heroism. Maria's story reminds us that CIA intelligence expertise doesn't diminish when applied to civilian communities, it enhances. That memory specialist training can improve community safety just as effectively as it protects national security. That the same observation skills used for intelligence operations can be used to protect families and children during peaceful community activities. The next time you visit a food truck or street vendor, remember Maria Santos. Remember that the people serving your community might have intelligence experience gained in conditions and situations you can't imagine. Remember that they might have chosen food service not because they lack other qualifications, but because they've found meaningful ways to apply extraordinary skills to serve their neighbors. Sometimes the most important intelligence operations happen not in classified facilities or foreign countries, but in neighborhood plazas where former CIA operatives choose to use their expertise to ensure that communities remain safe and welcoming for families. Sometimes the greatest observation expertise belongs to people serving food rather than gathering intelligence, people who've chosen to apply CIA training to civilian community service, ensuring that skills developed for national security can be used to protect neighborhoods during peaceful daily activities. We need to recognize and appreciate the skilled intelligence professionals among us who've chosen to serve quietly, especially those whose previous service required handling classified information so that families could safely enjoy community spaces in peaceful environments. Because true intelligence expertise doesn't disappear when CIA service ends, it just finds new applications. And sometimes the most valuable memory training involves not classified operations or intelligence gathering, but community safety that ensures the systematic observation skills developed for CIA operations can be used to protect families and strengthen neighborhoods through excellent community awareness that creates security during daily activities and gives children the freedom to play safely in public spaces.